Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1970. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, it's that time again. It is time for my second season of my movie review. And for today's movie review, ladies and dudes, well, it's that time again that I'm going to do my second movie review that I seen in theaters. And to tell you the truth is, Taken 2 is not the only movie review that I did in theaters. Oh no. This second movie review is going to be my next special one. And here it is, right here, ladies and dudes, what I'm holding in this ticket. So for my next movie review is Les Miserables, one of the most legendary musicals of all time. And to tell you the truth is, I think this musical is way more legendary than the Phantom of the Opera. Because I will say for the Phantom of the Opera one, I do have mixed feelings for the original production and the 25th anniversary, but except for the movie version, I really love it very much. But as for Les Miserables, I really love all three. Both the London production and the 25th anniversary, and this movie. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my 12th movie review of Les Miserables. And so the movie starts off, it took place in the year 1800 in the French Revolution. There was a mysterious man named Jean Valjean who was a prisoner for 19 years, and he did a crime that he really did commit, stealing a loaf of bread to save someone's life from death, until one day he is finally free. He is no longer a slave. He can finally get out of jail for good, so he can start his new life in the new world in Paris, France. And let's just say that his brand new life is kind of decent for him, because in his decent life, something good, it's up to him to take care of a child named Cosette from being raised from those evil people who is a keeper and his wife, and he kept that promise to a poor lady who was dying way too soon in the movie. And for the other half is that there is some cop on the loose named Charvet, or whatever his name is. I forgot the name of the villain. But anyway, that guy is after him for some reason, and he already knows that Jean Valjean had truly broke the law by ripping off that yellow paper that he gave to him in the early part of the movie. So anyway, that guy is chasing after Jean Valjean, and he wants to take him back in prison where he truly belongs. So there's only a couple of questions remain in this movie. Will ever Jean Valjean will be free from the world that he's in right now, or will ever this Charvet guy try to get him back to Jean Valjean back to prison? Or what's gonna happen when the world is in whole entire darkness from this mighty dark age of the French Revolution? So anyway, that's my whole entire plot of Les Miserables, and I don't want to get too many things away about it. So anyway, I guess this is the moment you've all been waiting for. What the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, I frickin' love it. It is a very cool musical. I love the storyline. I love the characters. I love the songs. I love the score, and I just love everything I just love everything about it, from start to finish. And there is a couple of nasty parts I really don't like in this film that's pretty darn nasty to me. So anyway, let's head on to the strongest points and the weakest points of Les Miserables. I will say for the strongest point in the movie is definitely Hugh Jackman's performance as Jean Valjean. He did a fantastic job with this character, and I do believe in his character all the way from start to finish. And I will say that Hugh Jackman did a pretty good job with this character, with his acting, his singing, his keeping the spirit alive for his character. I mean, this is one of his best performances I have ever seen in my life in his career. And as for the weak point, like I said, there is a couple of nasty stuff I really don't like that came from the master of the house. I mean, it's pretty darn nasty in my opinion. I don't like the part with, there's this woman who was humping an old man in the bed, and there's a guy who was in a toilet, and there's some nasty food that came from that little machine, rolling machine thing or something. Let's just say I just can't stand that part. That was truly the most weakest point of the movie, and I just can't stand that at all. But anyway, that's my strongest points and the weakest points of Les Miserables. And now let's go on to the characters in the movie that I really do appreciate for all the hard work that the cast done for this film. But let's go on to the 4 characters I do like in this movie. I will go with Anne Hathaway's character. It'll be hard to remember her name, but I really do like her character in the film. I will say for her character, she's pretty darn sweet. She's so darn kind. And I will say that Anne Hathaway did a pretty good job with this song of A Dream I Dreamed. It's really hard to remember that song, but I really like that song. It's very sad, very emotional. It's pretty darn tragic, and I do feel sorry for Anne Hathaway's character for having a really tough life, and she's doing the best she can to get some money and try to survive for her own and her child. It's really darn sad, and I really do like this character, and I just wish he didn't die in this movie. Well, if Anne Hathaway's character did live, I think she and Jean Valjean should have been a couple in this film, even in the musical as well. So anyway, I do love Anne Hathaway's character overall, and I will say for Russell Crowe's character, for Jarvet, if I can get his name right, I really do love this character. He is really darn cool, and I will say that Russell Crowe did a pretty darn good job with his performance, his character, and I do like a couple of songs that featured this guy. But there's only one little problem I have with the Jarvet. Is he a villain or anti-villain? I just can't tell. It's really hard to know about this character. Is he really a villain or an anti-villain? I wish you guys can help me out on this one. If you can leave a comment there and just let me know if this Jarvet is truly a villain or an anti-villain, but overall, I do love this character. And I think Russell Crowe needs to give a little bit more credit for his performance. I give him credit, why could you? And here's another character I like, is a kid named Kibosh. I don't know who the actor's name is, but to tell you the truth is, I really love Kibosh. He is such a very cool character, and he's the most mature character I have ever seen in this musical or the film. He's very strong, he's very likable, he has the guts to, stand in his courage way to face those soldiers when he is following to his own death, and I really am pretty proud of that guy for standing out and believing himself and becoming a mature man that he really wanted to be. Yeah, I really like Kibosh. He is a pretty cool character, and I do like him a lot. And now let's go on to the main character of the movie and the musical, Jean Bon Jovi. I will say Jean Bon Jovi is one of the most strongest characters in the whole entire movie. He had a great storyline, and I love his background, and I love he taking care of the poor little girl who needs to be loved by a person who does believe in her and all that stuff, and he had a really cool journey. I really like his journey story where he has to follow what's right and wrong and following the light and dark, and he wants to do the rightful things to get Power's Friends back up to its feet so we can get rid of this evil French Revolution stuff, if you know what I mean. But overall, Hugh Jackman did a fantastic job with this character. He's very strong, very mature. I will say, out of all the Jean Bon Jovi men I've seen, well, just a few of them or all, I think Hugh Jackman's character is the most spiritual and the most pure-hearted character I have ever seen in my life. Hands down. And now, ladies and dudes, here we go. My final thoughts of Les Miserables. Overall, Les Miserables is such a great, legendary musical movie. It had a good storyline, has good characters. I love the songs, I love the score, and this is one of the best legendary musical films of all time, and I really do love it overall. And so, for my rating for 1 to 10, I decided to give Les Miserables a 9 out of 10. It's a good film, please check it out. It's on theaters right now, and let's cross our fingers that Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman will get their first Oscar award. I'm looking forward to that one. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that is my movie review of Les Miserables. I hope you enjoyed this review, and join me next time for my next one. I'm not sure which one it's going to be, but I will let you know very soon. So anyway, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 197. Sayonara!